I'm starting. Hello, friends. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today, I'm going to speak to you about a very, very beautiful concept. This is a new concept, I can say, because so far, all of us are quite aware of a lot of networks, but this is not a network marketing company. This is a completely different kind of a platform with a completely different kind of activity happening here. So the tagline here says, born to change the world. Now, what is born to change the world, and why at all should there be a change in the world? Now, this is a platform called Hi5space, and Hi5space is giving us a promise that it is going to transform the world. It's going to bring about positive changes in the world. Now, why do we require these positive changes at all? That's because there's a lot of negativity here. Now, what are the negativities that we are usually aware of? It can be any kind of negativity. Some of them are already here on the screen, as all of you can read. Now, all this is leading to a lot of stress. It might be insufficient savings, it might be an unemployment problem, it might be a health issue, whatever. People are actually suffering. Why are they suffering? Because the bottom line is everyone is suffering because there's no money. It's not as if there's no money in this world. There's a lot of money, but the money is not properly distributed. Now we are seeing day by day the rich people are growing richer and richer. They're getting more and more wealthy. And the poor are struggling and struggling, and their struggles are never ending. And they have no money. As usual, they are suffering. Now we people, we are in between these two categories. We are the middle class people who are neither rich nor poor. We can't, lead that kind of life which the poor are leading, and we would love to be like live like the rich because we have dreams of that category, of that level. But is it possible for us to go into that category and do whatever those rich people are doing? It's not possible. Many a time, most of us are getting into debts, getting into loans because of this. All right. So gone are those days where there was one earning person in the family, and there usually used to be maybe 8 or 10 people also in a family who could still comfortably lead a comfortable life. But today, it's not like that. Not just one, even if there are 2 or 3 people who are actually the breadwinners in the family, still money is not enough. Why so? Because our standard of living is higher today, so is the cost of living. Everything is so expensive. So whatever money is coming in is not enough. And there are times, there are families where money is not coming in at all. So lot of stress, which is leading to health issues as well. Most of the time, when we are suffering from something, the first thing that comes to our mind is karma, karma, karma. Karma knows no wrong address, as the saying goes. So our our grandmothers, grandfathers, whoever, the elders in the family have always told us that we should be very good in our lives. We should do good to others because there is something called sin, something called bad karma, which will come back and punish us. So this comes back to our mind, and we feel that maybe this is true. This is the reason why I'm suffering so much. So how can my suffering end? It can end only if either I worship the divine or do some good deeds. So worshipping the divine is okay, that's one thing. But doing good deeds, what kind of good deeds? The best thing we can think of is maybe, giving some money to some roadside beggars, or maybe we buy them a little food, maybe we give them some clothes that we are not using anymore. These are also good deeds. Maybe we help someone to cross the road, that's a good deed too. So there are many things that can fit into this bucket, the good deeds bucket. So what we feel is that by doing all these good deeds, we can wash away our sins, we can earn good karma. In our regional languages in India, we call it punya. And because of all this, we'll be able to lead a peaceful, happy life. Now, whatever we are doing, we are doing all this on a one-to-one basis, right? But these NGOs, which are non-government organizations, those those entities have sprung up because they want to actually bring together like-minded people who want to do something for the community. So it's just not you or me or somebody else. All of us together can bring about a big change in society, in community. So a lot of community development projects and programs have come up, and we know what these NGOs do. So this is all based on this law, which is there in the universe. What is the law? It says give and receive. Give more, receive more. Simple. And donate without expectations. So the word donate itself means giving away something without expecting anything in return. So here, this particular platform has taken this concept into its mind, and it has decided that based on these donations, a small little tweaking around can happen. And just now I said giving away something and not expecting anything in return. Here, there's a reward that is coming back to you. So when you donate, you're going to get a reward in this platform. So there are all these social causes which have come into existence for bringing about some positive change in society. It has to be a teamwork alone. That's why it is said that we can build together, we donate together, and we transform together. That means when all of us come together and contribute even a little from each of us can become a huge, big amount. It might be money, it might be anything, any kind of seva, any kind of service. So all of us together can definitely transform society. We can transform many lives. We can bring about changes in others' lives and also in our own. Okay. So here we are looking at this platform which is called Hi5space. Okay. And it comes with a tagline, born to change the world. This is a completely automated and decentralized crowdfunding platform. Now, we did not know anything about crowdfunding till very recently. Crowdfunding has always been there. Now, if you think about, these insurance companies, that is also a kind of crowdfunding where money is being collected from so many people. But not everyone who takes up an insurance takes the money and uses it, right? So, though the money is collected from many people, the money actually reaches only a few people who are in need. Okay? To whoever requires it at that particular time, the money reaches them. But still, all of us are paying monthly or quarterly or yearly, whatever. We're doing it very meticulously because we require this money for some emergency in the future. Now, this Hi-Fi space is doing one kind of crowdfunding where the crowdfunding is happening on the basis of donations. At the same time, there's a reward coming back. So reward based and donation based. So it is promising that it is going to change everyone's lives. So this is a new age earning system. So just now we were talking about donations and we were talking about rewards. So those rewards are coming back in the form of an earning. Okay. So earning. When we're talking about earning, we're talking about income, money. So the money is going to come to us from where? Directly P2P crowdfunding. That means from person to person, or peer to peer, the money is traveling directly without the interference of any kind of a company in between. As you can read here, there is no admin, no company, and no middlemen. This is 100% distribution of sharing. Okay, whatever money is there in the system, everything goes to the people directly. And Hi5space is an innovative community platform. That means community, everyone together, which brings together new generation social entrepreneurs. So it is bringing together people of the new generation. Which what kind of people? Entrepreneurs. Now, who are entrepreneurs? People who are interested in new ventures. One kind of businessman, you can say. All right. And we are doing a different kind of business here. So we will see what that is. But we can say that this is 100% no risk program. Why is it a no risk program? Because money is not getting into the hands of something called a company. When money is going to a company, the first thing that comes to our mind is, oh my God, is this company going to be here? Is my money safe in its hand? Will the money come back to me? Am I going to lose it? Right? So are they going to cheat me? Now here there is no company at all. So who is going to cheat you? It is for us to see who's going to cheat us. So Hi5space says that it is not interested in forex trading. It's not following any business model. It's not forcing us to buy or sell any kind of a product. There's no investment activity happening here. And it's not going to collect any kind of monthly subscriptions from us. So then what is Hi5space? It's only a platform which creates a proper balanced wealth distribution system in the new age. What is the new age? What we say we call it in our regional languages as Kali Yuga, the present new era, the new age. Now, in this new age, there has to be a balanced wealth distribution. Now, in the beginning itself, I have already mentioned that the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. So there is no proper distribution of wealth, which is the reason why this is happening. So if the money gets distributed according to some particular, in a systematic way, in a systematic manner, then this gap between the rich and the poor can be, it will not be wide anymore. It can be actually crossed. The these two categories, the rich and the poor, can get closer and closer. And we people who are there in the middle, who are we? We are the people in between. So we who are suffering, who are unable to go into that category, who are unable to go into this category, we are going to have better lives too. So here, there are no long complicated withdrawal procedures, which is a big plus point for us. Why are there no big withdrawal procedures? Because there's no company which is, actually holding our money and saying, you have to apply for a withdrawal on so and so day, and I will be giving you your money only on so and so day. Here, what is happening? The money is being received by the receiver in real time. That is, as and when somebody actually gets into the system, then and there the donation is happening. So we can say there is no withdraw button at all in this Hi5space. So there is no pending, there is no waiting for the withdrawal to happen. So what exactly is this Hi5space based on? This is built on Polygon smart contract blockchain technology. Now, blockchain technology, a little technical term, not all of us are aware of this. So let's not go into too many intricacies. What I can say is, blockchain technology is something related to the bitcoins, which we have heard of earlier. So bitcoins, cryptocurrency, we have been coming across all these terms. So something connected to this. But what are we going to be using? We are going to be using Polygon USDT. So we know US dollars. All of us are aware of it. That is the currency, another currency. So this currency is actually a digital currency. Why a digital currency? Why can't we not use INR? Why not Indian rupees? Because this is a global platform. Okay. So people from all over the world are participating. So it is easier for everyone to participate and or for everyone to go through all these activities, do all their transactions when there is one universal currency. So this digital currency is being used. Now, this hi-fi space is actually supported by more than 100 wallets. So all of us know that we've heard of many wallets like a trust wallet, token pocket, so many that you can see here. Now you can have you can hold an account with any of those wallets and still use them for doing your transactions here. Now, Hi-Fi Space is not controlled manually by anyone because there's no company. There are no human beings who are actually employed to do all these activities. Okay, so it is an artificial intelligence technology which is actually controlling whatever is happening here. So the entire global community, that means whoever is getting into this system across the globe, across the world, all of them get arranged in a unique placement. So why this placement? Why a unique placement? Because wealth has to be distributed equally. So this placement has been designed by a power line movement, and that is guided by an intelligent algorithm system called space loop. Now, we first came across this word called algorithm when we started viewing more and more of YouTube. Okay, so we are aware. I mean, even common man, sometimes says, though he can't pronounce the word algorithm, he'll say it in a different way, and he'll say, yes, YouTube is able to understand what I require, what I usually watch, and it keeps giving me suggestions of the same topic, suggestions of videos of the same topic. So that is an algorithm, which it's basically a maybe a program. You can call it a program through maybe through coding. So this is a separate algorithm. So this algorithm is called space loop. What does the space loop do? The space loop actually controls where everyone is placed. Now, across the globe, like I said, when people get into this system, they are arranged, they are placed in certain places. According to that, the money distribution happens. There are 5 spaces in which donations happen here. Now, what are spaces? A space, we're not talking about, the space that is to do with astronauts and all. We are talking about 5 different, maybe you can say 5 different rooms in my house. Those are also spaces, you know. So 5 different rooms. Let us think of this as 5 different rooms. Space 1 is where the actual activity happens manually by us human beings. So when we get into the system, we're actually entering. The entry is through space 1 by paying $50. So it is written here as $50 JOTOP, JOTOP, which means just one time out of your pocket. And then the next 4 spaces, you can see it on the screen. Space 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all free. But below that, it is written as $250, $1,250 $6,250, and $31,250. Now, what are all these dollars? These are referring to the entry fees for these other spaces, these other rooms. At the same time, it is also mentioned that this is free. Now, this is very contradictory. What does it mean? It means that you're paying to enter only the first space, only the first room. From there, when you enter the other spaces or the other rooms, it's all free for you. You do not have to pay anything from your pocket, but the payment will be done by this super special space loop. We spoke about that algorithm, right? So that space loop will do all the work for us. So from space 2 to space 5 onwards, everything is automated. So there are multiple times auto rebirth of our ID, auto upgrading, and auto re-entry. Auto upgrading is what is happening here from space 1 when you're going to space 2, the payment of $250, that is an upgrade amount. So this is like you're getting promoted and going into the next spaces or the next classrooms, you can say. So there's no need for you to pay out of your pocket. Now, we were speaking about $50. $50 is what? Is it an investment? No, this is not an investment. $50 is a donation. Why a donation? Because we've already spoken about donating and earning good karma, right? We've come here to earn good karma and along with that, earn money as well. So we are donating $50. Thus, we are becoming a donor. What kind of donors are here? We have active donors, we have inactive donors. Active donors, once again, there are two categories, working and non-working. Let's talk about the active donors first. The minute you enter the system by paying $50, you will be considered as an active donor. So the paid entry makes you an active donor. And as the name suggests, you will be working. Now, what kind of work are we supposed to do? What can a donor do? Is he going to, carry some bricks and take it up and get into some construction work? No. Is he going to deliver goods somewhere? No. Is he going to buy or sell something? No. What is the work he's supposed to do? He only has to speak to a few more like-minded people and tell them that he has gotten into a platform where just by donating a little bit of money, he's also earning back some more money with which probably he can donate even more, or probably he can use it for his own family. Okay, so this is the work that he has to do. He's expected to speak to other donors and get them into the system as well. So when he invites these donors, he gets multiple benefits. What are those benefits? You will get to know a little later. But because of this work that he's putting in, he is going to earn fast money, and he has an eligibility to earn two kinds of. He's going to receive two types of donations. So we have already come across this concept where I said there is give and take. So you have given a donation, which means that you're eligible to receive a donation too. So you're going to receive two kinds of donations, which are invite donation and matrix donation. I will explain that in detail a little later. But because this donor has paid and entered the system, he is sitting in a permanent position. Okay. Now, active working donors are already working. There are some people who do not want to work. Now, these are the people, at the minute you speak to them, they will say, oh my God, I cannot invite anyone because I am absolutely friendless in this world. I don't know anyone. I actually stay in an island all by myself with nobody around me. Isn't that very ironical? I actually laugh out loud when someone says that because I can't believe when people say that I don't have any friends. I can't call anyone. I can't invite anyone. I can't speak to anyone. Doesn't make sense at all. Are you not a part of society? Right. So these people, this kind of donors, they pay the donation and they give you the feeling that they're doing it just for you. It's a great favor that they are doing for you. And they'll say, oh, because you're my friend and you have asked me to do this, okay, let me pay, but don't expect me to talk to anyone. Okay. And some of us very grandly offer them, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's okay. You can come in. I will find people for you. I will find some donors and I will, add them into your team. Don't do that. That's not necessary at all. Why? I will tell you next. So these people, they will not do any work. Because of that, they are only going to get limited benefits. And the money that they receive is also going to be very slow because there is no work coming from their side. All they have done is they have donated and they're sitting with their arms crossed, with their hands folded. So the money that comes to them will be coming only from something called a matrix donation. Now, a matrix donation means people globally who will be actually falling under them, below their ID, because of the mercy of this magical space loop. The space loop makes an arrangement. In that arrangement, somebody will be coming and sitting below you, because of which they will not be your direct invite, but indirectly they will be below you, and from them you'll be getting a little bit of donations. Okay. So once again, because these people have actually donated something, they will also be in a permanent position. Now let us look at these inactive donors. Inactive donors are people who actually ask you for a free entry, or maybe you will offer them a free entry. Why? Because there, there are two or three reasons. One thing is maybe they can't afford to pay, to give a donation, where they are themselves in trouble and they do not have that much of money to donate to somebody else. That might be one reason. One other reason might be that these people might tell you, they might tell you, I've lost a lot of money already in different networks. I have invested a lot. I do not believe these systems. So in either of these two, and there might be many other possibilities as well. In such cases, you have an option to tell them, okay, please come in with a free registration. Okay. And we will reserve a place for you. Sit down in that place. Watch how others are working. And you also start working. Start inviting people. Now there's nothing like you don't pay also and you don't work also. No, there's no free meal for anyone in this world. Either you work or you pay, or you do both. Okay. So since you're not paying, please at least work. Invite a few people. But you're going to get only conditional benefits. The money that you receive is also going to be maybe fast or maybe slow according to how you're going to work. Okay. And your eligibility is only for invite donations, because you have not paid anything. Okay. You are going to invite people. That is the work that you're going to do. Then you're going to get paid for that. And out of that, the donations that you receive, you can activate your own ID. Okay. So this becomes a contract position. It's not a permanent position. So this kind of a donor will be sitting in this position for 50 days. Within those 50 days, he will have to actually work and activate his ID. So maybe he is able to find 5 people. If not, maybe he is able to find only 2 or 3 people, and he can still pay the rest of the amount from his hand, or maybe you can help him. And then his ID can get activated. If the ID is not activated within these 50 days, his ID will get flushed out or washed out. And then the 1 or 2 people that he has found, that he has invited, they will come and get attached to you, who are the upliner. Okay. This is to do with the inactive working donors. Next, we are going to look at the types of donations. So we learned about the donation spaces. We learned about the types of donors. Now, the types of donations. The donation that you give when you get into the system is just once $50. This makes you eligible to receive donations, like I have already mentioned. And these donations that you receive are lifelong, they're recurring, they keep coming to you again and again and again, which is a beautiful feature here. And the money that you receive, the donations that you receive, are of 2 types. And one is the invite donation, one is the community or the matrix donation. This invite donation is something that comes to you from every person that you personally invite and get them to join through your invite link. This is 20% of what donation they are giving. So the person that you invite actually pays a donation of $50. 20% of that is $10, which comes directly to you. Then and there, within seconds, it gets transferred into your wallet. Okay. Then there is an 80% donation. This is a community donation. This comes from the different people who are seated below you, below your ID in the matrix. Okay, next I will be talking to you about the matrix. So these might be people who are either directly invited by you or invited by your upliners. So from the upliners, it might be a spill, you know, and which gets auto-filled here. Like I have already told you, it is an automated system. So all the spaces keep getting filled up from top to bottom and from left to right. Okay. So everything has to be level wise, the filling has to happen. Okay. So this is a 5 by 3 matrix. We will go into that next. So below you, whoever comes and sits below you, and from them, whatever donations come to you, that is 80%. And this 20 plus this 80 together makes 100% distribution of the complete donation. Okay. So there's no money going to the company because there's no company. Okay. The platform is definitely going to take a little bit for its own activities, but here you're getting this entire amount, and whatever is taken for the activities of this platform, of this space loop, of this algorithm, of this system, all that is happening without your interference. Nothing is going directly from your hand. Okay. Now let's understand a little more about the direct invite donation. Direct invite donation can be earned by both active and inactive working donors. So this is the work. I've already explained. Inviting these people is the work. Because of the work that they're putting in, they're going to directly get $10 from each and every person that they invite. So the starter donation is $50. Out of that, $10 comes to you. So I have invited you and you are going to pay $50 donation. Immediately $10 gets into my account. Okay, because I'm your introducer or your sponsor. Now, when you're moving into space 2, space 3, space 4, space 5, as I have already explained, there is definitely an entry fee over there also, but that is not paid by us. It is completely free. Why is it free? Because Space Loop is taking over and it's doing a lot of magic in the background. Now, what are the amounts that come from there, from those, from the upgrades which happen there is $50, $250, $1,250, $6,250 from these same people that you have invited once. Isn't that beautiful? You're not going to do any more work after, after whatever work you put in space one, there's nothing further for you to do at all. You can just lie back and relax. The work is done by this magical space loop and it keeps sending money to you, sending you money, sending you money, sending you money. All right. So this is about the 20% invite donation. Now the 80% community matrix donation. Only active donors can enjoy this benefit from every donor who gets placed in the 3-level matrix below him. There is a 3-level matrix. What is the 3-level matrix? Below every ID, there are about, I can call them as 155 seats. Okay. Let us say you have just joined the system and you are allotted 155 seats. You are in charge of those seats, and whatever, each seat has a separate rental. Okay. A separate rental. All these rentals come to you because you're the owner of these seats. A very simple way of putting it across to you. Right. So there are 5 positions in the first level. When I talk about level, I'm talking about 3 steps below you. You can imagine that you're sitting in an auditorium and there are 3 steps below you. The first step, second step, and the third step. 5 seats in the first step, 25 seats in the second step, 125 seats in the third step, all belong to you. Okay, you have booked the seats there. Okay, whoever comes and sits in these seats, they have to pay you. Okay, What are they going to pay you? The donation share, you can see it here in the next column, 5% from the 5 people who are seated in the first level, which is $2.50. The total that you get from that level is $12.50. Similarly, from the second level, 25 people, each one pays you 12.50, which is equal to $312.50. And in the third level, 50%, which is $25 each, and 125 people paying you that amount amounts to a total of $3,125. The total that you will be getting from all these 155 seats will be $3,450. Now, these amounts are all coming to you only in space 1 as and when you work. But it is coming to you again in the other spaces even when you don't work. That is the beauty here. Okay? Everything happens multiplied by 5 in the other spaces. Okay? That is a very beautiful thing. All these things contribute, to your receiving money continuously, lifelong. Okay? So the speciality of invite donation. When you invite people, what happens is you're not only getting the invite donation of $10, it also fetches you the person who comes and sits below you. He will also be paying you the rental for that seat that he is seated in. And you can understand this better on the screen. See, there are 3 levels, like I spoke to you about. Then there are 5, 25, and 125 people, totaling to 155, right? So there are so many seats below you. You're right on top. And from each seat, how much you're getting. From each row, how much you're getting. The total is here. And from each each person that you invite, you're getting this plus $10 as well. So in Hindi, we call this a double dhamaka. So this is a bumper offer, I can say, right? So this is a very special feature. And now I ask you, why should you not invite people when there are so many wonderful things happening here? Why is it so impossible for you to invite someone and say, hey, there are so many wonderful things which are happening to me after I got in here. Why don't you also come and join me? I see that you're also in a lot of trouble. Is it so difficult for us to say this? Now, when there's a sale somewhere, oh, I went to so and so shop and I bought so many things. There's a beautiful sale. The saris are so good, the shoes are so good. When we're talking to people about all this, is the shopkeeper giving you anything? Is he giving you a commission? No. So when you can talk about all that, and tell everyone, why not about this? Right? So there's one more magic which is happening here. What is that magic? The space loop, it's such a darling, I'll tell you. uh, it does so many things that you'll actually fall in love with it. I'm very much in love with space loop. How I wish I could see it. I would have given it a proper hug. Now your one ID actually gets it it lays eggs, I can say. Okay. One ID will become 15 IDs, it will become 225 IDs, it will become 3,375 IDs. What is this? Why does all this happen? This is called the power of compounding. This is AI technology working for you. Okay. So there is automated upgrading happening. There's rebirth of your IDs. There is re-entries of your IDs. I told you, no, you'll be moving from space 1 to space 2 to space 3, 4, 5. That is re-entry. For re-entry, there has to be an upgrade. That means the money has to be paid once again, which you are not paying, incidentally. Yeah. So that is upgrading. That means your ID is getting reborn again and again and moving and moving and moving. And once again and again, those IDs are also making money for you. Similarly, the people that you invite who entered through your invitation link, they are also going through the same thing. Their IDs are also getting multiplied. So this is how, the system is getting filled with people. Okay. So this is the power of compounding. And In the process, what is happening? Passive income is getting generated. What is passive income? Without you working, non-working income is pouring in. So that is passive income. Now let us look at these other technical features. There are so many different kinds of wallets here. Paid forward wallet, upgrade space wallet, re-entry wallet. Oh, what are all these wallets? Now what happens is when Space Loop is working, and when so much income is getting generated, it starts putting aside a little money into all these wallets for each person, and then it takes the money out of those wallets and uses it. One for out of the upgrade space wallet, it takes out money and uses it for upgrading you and putting you into the next space. Similarly, the re-entry space wallet. And this beautiful thing is the pay it forward wallet, where it is actually saving a little money and giving it to you and telling you, hey, you can use this money to help a friend of yours. Pay for him, give it to him so that he can also enter the system. And in the process, you also make more money and you also get rid of your sins and you also earn more good karma. Isn't this so beautiful? So there are so many other technical things also like this, like it talks about a polygon timestamp, which means that things are happening on a first come, first served basis. That means today I am sitting on top and I have invited maybe 10 people, 5 people, 3 people, whatever. So I am above them. But let me look at this like this. Maybe I'm not working very fast. Maybe I'm taking it slowly and I'm saying, okay, I have so many other things to attend to. So let me talk to one person today. So during this week, I have been able to maybe invite one friend. Maybe a week later, I am able to invite another friend and so on. My pace is very slow. Maybe out of the people that I have invited, there might be one or two people who really require money very badly and they're in a mad rush, to start working and making money. So what do? They start working, very fast. What will happen? They will be moving ahead of us. So there is every possibility that they will be entering the space 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 even before us. So then what will happen in those other spaces? They will not be sitting below you anymore. So this order will change. The person on top will come to the bottom. The one the bottom will go to the top. Anything might happen because there are other people also coming in from so many different countries as well, right? So the same order will not be followed anymore. This is called first come, first serve basis. So I have a feeling that most of us do not know the meaning of gratitude at all. Because actually, when we pray to God every day, if at all we pray to God, like many people don't do that, when we pray to God, we are supposed to say a thanks for all that He has given to us, even without we asking for anything. Yeah. But what do? We actually go and talk to Him during our prayers and say, God, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want this. We have a huge list of I want, I want, I want. And where are we thanking? Nothing at all. We have no thanks from us. But among the human beings, when somebody maybe hands you a cup of coffee, you just casually say a thanks, which doesn't even make sense. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is there should be actual gratitude coming from from within you, in whatever you're saying. It's not like casually throwing a thanks at someone. You know, I don't like people saying thanks. I always tell them, please say thank you. Thank you is much better than a very casual thank. Okay. So there's more respect, there's more gratitude in thank you. You're addressing the person, you're respecting that person. So this reciprocal donation sharing is actually a way of expressing our gratitude. Now, let me tell you, a few years ago, my son actually, he was a very healthy boy, but he unexpectedly had a brain stroke. and the doctors told us that he will not survive. But with God's mercy, my son survived. This is 5 years back, just before Corona, and he survived. At that point in time, so many people came and helped me as in with money and many other kinds of help. A few people donated, so many medical equipment, that, this, and all. So many things happened in my life. That's okay. The thing is, at that point in time, I decided all these people who are not even known to me have come from so many different parts of the world, and they have prayed for him. They have helped me. Okay. At that point in time, I decided that once things are back to normal, I am going to be very, very grateful for everything, and I'm going to start donating, start helping people. That is what made me come into this donation system. So, this donation system is actually giving me a lot of satisfaction, and it's keeping me very happy because I know that somewhere, somebody is getting help with whatever money is going from our hands. Okay. So let's dream and make it a reality. This particular platform is promising us that we can easily make 3 million or 30 lakh US dollars. Now, there will be some people who will come back telling you this dollars is something that I do not understand. So please don't ask me to get into this. All you have to tell them is we did not know something called UPI a few years ago. Yeah, UPI, as in the Google Pay, the phone pay that we are using so easily and so casually every day. Yeah, which is helping us to go out without even carrying our money purse. Yeah, this UPI system was not known to any of us. Have we not learned it? Even the street vendors are using it so easily. So learning something about dollars is not rocket science. You can learn about it from Google. Chat GPT is there to help you. Yeah. And then there are any number of videos on YouTube which can help you, which are all tutorials on this. So this is not some rocket science. It's not difficult at all. So I have given you all the information, and now the decision lies in your hands. You have to decide whether you want to make 2025 a turning point in your life or not. I am wishing you all good luck, and I am sure that most of you will decide on the spot now that you're going to get into this system. And I wish you um, a very wonderful 2025. And I'm wishing and hoping that your life will completely change, transform, and through you, the entire world will also transform. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye, everyone.
A great presentation and clearly very calm presentation. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dr. Madisa,
Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Kannan, sir. Madam,
welcome,
sister,
sir.
very powerful, very clarity in the presentation. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For those people in this group, okay, you must understand Hi5space, a great system to enrich everyone. Hi-Fi system turns every givers into reciprocal receivers. My sincere advice to everyone, the most important task for us in the journey of Hi-Fi space movement, number one, you must understand movement.
Thank
It can be a life-changing system. With little ownership, leadership mindset, more committed, dedicated attitude. If you build your Hi-Fi space community, it can be a great transformation for you, family, and also community. Very simple task. We donate to each other, we work together, we build together, and we transform together. That's what we call Hi-Fi space with a tagline, born to change the world. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Nadgunam sir. You can unmute.
Madam, very good presentation. Super, super, super. Your
Thank you, sir.
English pronunciation is very simple. All people can understand. Continue. Welcome. Happy day. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.